These meats have been in the freezer, and so it's time for them to get eaten. And they have been soaked to remove formaldehyde and those sorts of things. Whatever I do to my fruits and vegetables, I do to meat. It's the same process applies to meat as it does to fruits and vegetables. It'll remove formaldehyde. Fish has a lot of formaldehyde, ammonia. It'll remove all those things. So I soak my meat for at least an hour to remove toxins, and it also cleans the meat, just rinsing off the residues and those sorts of things. So this is something that I do. It's super easy. It's curry salmon. Now I like to bake on glass because if I can, rather than metal, because it doesn't emit or release toxins or metals. Every time you use your aluminum metal baking tray, it releases aluminum into the air, and that is toxic. It can be toxic. So it's toxic. It causes problems, brain problems. So the less you use of aluminum, the better off you are. So my dad had a problem of overbuying microwaves and had about 5 microwaves. So I kept the glass from the microwaves, and I used the glass as a baking tray. So this is a super easy recipe, and it's very tasty. I've got curry. Curry has fenugreek in it, and fenugreek is if you're losing weight and you're concerned about losing your chest, fenugreek ought to enlarge your breasts or keep them from decreasing. And it's also increases breast milk. And it's an emmenagogue. Emmenagogues are stimulate the uterus, so it's good for menstruation. It's very important to keep your menstrual cycle so you have strong bones. As soon as you lose your menstrual cycle, your body begins to leach calcium from your bones. So it's important to keep menstruating, to stay menstrual, and you can do that by eating emmenagogues like salmon, herbs, and also the calcitonin in the salmon is going to help take in calcium from your foods. So I'm not eating. This is not something that you eat to. This isn't a recipe for making oxygen-rich blood, because curry has turmeric in it, and turmeric blocks the absorption of iron. So this is basically for a nighttime dinner when you're going to drink your milk, have yogurts, and to get your calcium. Then to make a nice glaze, I use honey. If you're diabetic, you're better to use agave. So this is just basically to make a nice glaze. And so that's all there are 3 ingredients. Get the curry into the meat, into the salmon, and get a nice glaze on there. This is a dinner I would consider good for increasing your calcium because of the salmon has calcitonin, and this is cauliflower au gratin, so it has cheese and milk in it, so there's calcium, and it's not an iron and oxygen making dinner, so there isn't a lot of salmon, and salmon has iron in it, but it's not like steak. Steak has a lot of iron, liver has a lot of iron, clams have a lot of iron, a lot of shellfish have iron. So there won't be any competition. The only concern is the spinach because of the oxalates, but there's a lot of calcium in the milk and the cheese, and the calcitonin is going to help increase that. GMO carrots would be a good accompaniment, like ginger honey carrots would be good to help with the uptake of the calcium from the milk and cheese. You do need to have leafy vegetables and that sort of thing. It is important to have fresh vegetables in your diets because there are other things in the vegetables. If you have this with a glass of milk, there ought to be enough calcium to compensate. It would be better, to have had cooked spinach that would leach the oxalates from the leaf, but it's important to get fresh vegetables. And to get extra calcium from eating canned salmon is actually good because the bones are left in the canned salmon. So if you need extra calcium, canned salmon is the way to go. But I needed to get rid of some things, so this is going to be my dinner. I wish for my daughter to be here. I'd like my daughter to be with me because she needs to eat salmon. She eats salmon every day. She has it for breakfast. She eats salmon every day, but I would like my daughter to be with me and have a nutritious dinner, a healthy dinner that's going to improve her calcium uptake. What I'm making is a chicken from Azerbaijan area, and it's super easy. All it is chicken marinated in yogurt, paprika, and garlic if you have it. Basically, it's 3 ingredients. It's chicken, yogurt, and paprika. So I'm going to marinate it overnight. It doesn't have to. You don't have to marinate it overnight. Just at least half an hour. Better an hour. Better to marinate an hour. But I'm going to marinate it overnight because tomorrow is my snack night. That's when I watch my movies or whatever. So I'm going to have this tomorrow night. So I'm going to marinate it overnight in yogurt. Now, when I was a ballerina, I'm always a ballerina, but when I have to have my weight at my performance weight, I eat non-fat yogurt. Everything to be as close as possible to 0% body fat. You are what you eat. You cannot have any fat whatsoever. So if you want to get as lean as possible, you have to stay away from fats, and that's including the so-called good fats. Fat is fat. That looks like a lot of paprika, but it actually isn't. I thought I had done it on the paprika, but really you want to use a lot. It takes a lot of paprika. Just a little. I use dried garlic, dehydrated garlic sparingly because it has a bitterness to it. So fresh garlic doesn't. So I am very sparing with the dehydrated garlic. So now I'm going to cover it and place it in the refrigerator, and it's going to marinate. If you were going to have this the same day you prepare it, it's best to marinate an hour. You're really not going to get a lot of flavor if you only marinate half an hour. So plan for an hour, but I'm going to marinate it overnight, and then I bake it. I'm going to bake it on a glass tray for at 350 until it's cooked through, at least 10 minutes. marinating meat helps break down the meat so you're able to access iron faster, and you don't have to expend a lot of energy to get to the iron. So marinating your meat, I usually marinate steak in a citrus at least a half an hour before cooking to start to break down the meat, so it's easier to break down the protein to get to the iron. And that way I don't have to expend a lot of energy to get to my iron to make blood, because it's a bizarre process. You have to expend energy to get energy, and the greater energy you expend, the greater energy you're going to have. So you can't lie around being inert thinking that it's just going to magically happen. You have to get up and exercise, and the exercise is going to get you energy to get even greater energy. So that's a problem that hoarders have. Hoarders are inert people, and to get them uninert, they need vitamin B12 intramuscular injections to get them the energy to get going.
What you doing? What you doing? Oh, yeah. Oh, what you doing? What you doing?
Sunday breakfast consists of blinis and with maple syrup, the salmon omelet with my fresh herbs and orange juice. Today I'm cleaning, just cleaning the refrigerator, using up all the extra foods because I'm preparing to do grocery shopping. And my grocery shopping, because I am away from civilization in a vacation area that doesn't offer a lot, I have to go to large city to do shopping, and I only do that about once a month. So I have to prepare. I do a lot of online preparation, going to the stores that I shop at, and I look at their sales and see what's compatible with what I have. And then I do about 6 grocery stores in one day. So I go to 6 or 7 grocery stores in about a day. It depends on what I need, but I had to do all my shopping in one day, and I go to several grocery stores. So I have to prepare before I go grocery shopping. So I go online, look at the sales, I make a list, and if there's something I've never have tasted before, I look up the ingredients. So because I don't want to waste any time, because I have so many stores to go to, I don't want to waste my time. So I look up the ingredients so I know whether or not to actually go and look at the food, because I don't want to, search all over the place and then find it and it has an ingredient that I'm not going to tolerate. So that's what I'm doing, because it's summer. The refrigerator, and I have a lot of heavy food that cheese and butter took up, is making a lot of weight, and meat is making a lot of weight in my freezer. So I have to take I have to take most of the heavy stuff and place it in the refrigerator. I'm going to thaw it. I'm going to make drunken men, so I have to get vodka, because I don't keep those sorts of things around. So and because I have fresh herbs, it'll be easy to make the drunken men. So I'm taking all the heavy stuff from the freezer and thawing in the refrigerator, and then I'll have, then I'm getting lighter stuff. There's a big sale on Dave's Killer Bread, and that's either I make my own bread or I get Dave's Killer Bread. So there's a big sale on Dave's Killer Bread, so I'm gonna stock my freezer with something light. There's a big sale on shrimp, so that's probably what's going into my freezer. So I'll have a lot of things to show you. I'm going to show you how to make drunken men. It's super easy. And then I just have little stuff left over, the cabbage. So I'm just going to, and I found some leftover noodles, so I'm just going to make some halushki and those sorts of things. So, and that'll probably be my next week, just eating stuff that needed to go. So this is my breakfast, and so then I'm just basically today getting ready for my big grocery shopping. So I'm gonna have to clean my kitchen, get the refrigerator clean, make sure everything's out of the way, because there's gonna be so many groceries that I'm gonna have to, everything has to be cleared away so I can get food into my place without having to trip over stuff. So that's my day. So this is a typical grocery shopping for me, because I only do grocery shopping once a month. So I take coolers with me, so shopping, and also I do laundry, pillows and those sorts of things. So now I'm going to wipe everything clean with Clorox, and then set everything in its place. I'm wiping the groceries with wipes because they don't have bleach in it. Bleach causes mold to grow, and there's a grocery store that has a mold problem, so I'm wiping down everything, because now that has been with the other bags, all the bags are contaminated from mold. So now I have to wipe everything down before it goes into the refrigerator or wherever. So that's why I use these wipes to do most everything, because it doesn't have bleach. Because I'm in a damp area, and that gets so it's a perfect area. It's an ideal area. It's a perfect area to it's an ideal area to grow mold. It's damp, it's humid, I'm near a large body of water, so, and it's just ideal environment to grow mold. So I have to wipe everything down to prevent the spread of mold, because ever since I started living at the cottage, there are other factors involved, but my weight got out of control due to the mold, because mold is an allergen, and allergens cause weight gain. It makes people bloated. So that is probably the number one reason why people have a weight problem, a bloating problem, is the allergens. And the allergen that is the worst is mold, and that causes a lot of problems. So it's a good idea to wipe down your groceries to prevent the spread of mold. $2. A lot of cereals have acrylamides, so it's good to stay on the granolas and to stay away from flakes, because flakes they have to be baked at a high temperature to get it crispy. So to avoid acrylamides, you want to go with the with things that don't have to take a lot of high temperatures, like your granolas. This probably does have an acrylamide problem because there's corn. Corn, because of the sugar content, gets acrylamides very easily. So this is like a rare thing I get for my daughter, either to have cereal, or I make tinglings, cereal and white chocolate. This is probably low in acrylamides because it's an oat. Pistachios help you reduce your BMX. Your BMX index, your body index, your weight. Anyway, pistachios, I don't follow that thing. Pistachios help you lose weight. If you have a handful, it doesn't take much, just an ounce, a few ounces of pistachios as a snack every day, it helps you to lose weight. I don't usually buy Malamig But I got this to go in my bathroom. Um, these boxes, these totes, are these containers are good to go into drawers to protect, because mice can get into the drawers. If you have a rodent problem, pretty much everything underneath the counter is rodent territory. So you have to keep your things protected in a container that can go into the drawer. And I need to go through every summer. I have to wash the drawers. First I use a surfactant, then I use bleach to disinfect. First I use the surfactant to wash, to just wash off all the debris and the urine and everything from the wood. And then I go over use with bleach, chlorine to disinfect. Because if you use the chlorine before wiping off all the debris and the oil, the rodent oil and rodent urine, the chlorine burns, singes the rodent stuff into the wood, keeping it there, making it stay there, so the smell stays there. So it tells all the other rodents to say this is a safe place to be. So you have to clean it first, then you disinfect with the chlorine, and then to prevent mold from the chlorine, I go over it with vinegar, because vinegar prevents mold. And then you can also 70% isopropyl alcohol prevents mold, and hydrogen peroxide. And I have to wash this because I can already tell that there's some rodent urine. So that's something I have to do every summer, is wash all the drawers. I take them outside so they can get sun, so the UVs from the sun can disinfect. And also it dries the wood, so I don't have to worry about mold. I'm not too concerned about the mold contamination because the mold was only in the refrigerated section. So I had already wiped those things down. And I don't usually get these because actually this, I don't have a problem getting these because they don't have soy. So I was staying at somebody else's house and they make burgers, and I couldn't have a burger without a bun. So blueberries prevent the prevent the absorption of iron. They block the absorption of iron. So you don't want to eat your blueberries, apples, any raspberries, anything that has tannin in it. Tannin blocks. Well, there are other things in the blueberries, but tannin blocks the absorption of iron. And there's some things in fruits that, particular fruits that are on the there are a few fruits that are on the top of the list that block the absorption of iron. So apples block the absorption of iron. So you would want to eat your apples at night with your grains, because apples have pectin in it, and the pectin slows down the digestion. It helps slow down the digestion of grains, so your body is able to absorb nutrients from the grain. some things I got. I haven't tasted yet. I got this because of the protein. It's got a lot of protein in it, and it's shelf stable. It's fruit and it's shelf stable. Bananas have glowing fruits. Glowing fruits have a lot of potassium. Potassium is radioactive, so you don't really want to eat a lot of bananas. You know, if you work around radiation, things that radiate, computers. So you really want to, you know, not overdo it on the bananas, on glowing fruits. Avocados are radioactive. Bananas are radioactive. Glowing fruits, citruses, they're radioactive. Anything that has a lot of potassium in it is radioactive. So this is something that you would not want to have in the event of a nuclear fallout. You know, if a reactor goes off or something, you don't want to eat potassium foods. You don't want to eat glowing fruits. But, you know, this is just for other everyday things. It's shelf stable. It'll stay around because I don't go out shopping all the time. So this is something that it's good to have. It's shelf stable. Doesn't take up real estate in the refrigerator. I got these. They're organic and pineapple. Kills parasites. It prevents parasites. It's also an immunagogue. It stimulates the uterus. So that's good so you can stay menstruating. It's good to, you know, to keep your menstrual cycle going. This is organic. I don't know, mangoes taste good. And also, I like it because the skin of the mango is actually poisonous, so you don't want to eat the skin of the mango. You know, you want to scrape your teeth along the mango skin because the mango skin is poisonous. So, you know, I like this because it doesn't have a skin. And I got this. So those are probably some things. Right. I got this. It's a little. It's got some good things in there that I would give to my daughter. Watermelon. It cleanses the liver. Organic apple, so and basil, organic basil. So this is all organic, and so I got that. I thought there was something different.